Synthetic Electron 3D channel. The Toolhead cover for the Elegoo Centauri Carbon has been one of my most popular designs, and apparently a lot of you agreed. Since posting it, it's racked up thousands of downloads and a whole wave of community remixes. In this video, I'm going to highlight some of my favorites, show how they perform, and share a few quick slicer tricks for printing lightweight HT-PLA versions that still hold up under heat. The original idea was simple: protect the hot-end wiring, improve airflow around the heatsink, make maintenance easier, and, if possible, shed a little bit of weight. Elegoo's stock cover looked fine, but it trapped heat and made toolhead access more annoying than it needed to be. So I designed my own, lighter, vented, and printable on almost any FDM machine. It worked so well that it became the base model for what is now a whole family of community-made variations. First up is a remix from Prouting. This one leans more functional than creative, focusing on refinement rather than reinvention. I really liked the improved alignment system and the optional magnetic fastening. Both make installation feel cleaner and more secure. The overall design stays conservative, sticking close to the original form, so it's still easy to print on just about any FDM setup. If you're after a straightforward, dependable upgrade that improves usability and ventilation without adding complexity, this is a great choice. Next up is Jeff Ranger's Nerd Edition remix. I love the nerd theme. Jeff made versions for Batman, Deadpool, a Stormtrooper from Star Wars, the Punisher, and even the IT Crowd. Of course, I had to print the IT Crowd version. This one's definitely on the creative side, but it still keeps compatibility with the original back section of the cover. The fan intake features a pair of glasses modeled after the show's main character, a clever detail, but they're so thin that the seams didn't quite fuse during printing. Here's a quick way to repaint those seams so you can get a clean finish without reprinting the part. Then there's Martin M's ultralight non-magnetic remix, a clean, stylish design that trims away every unnecessary gram. It's relatively easy to print, but it does need a fair amount of support. I used snug supports, which usually work great, but I forgot to include a key area, and that section sagged a bit. I'm showing what happened here. I still prefer using snug supports whenever possible because they allow for previously printed portions to be used as the foundation for more support, and may often result in less material being used overall for support purposes. Since this was an ultra lightweight design, I decided to try printing it in Fibron PET CF17, the theory being that the higher density material would balance out with the reduced mass. In practice, though, the filament was a bit wet, and even after I dried it out, the material's brittleness compared to ASA made it less practical. My Polymaker Army Green ASA version, on the other hand, came out tough enough that I could remove supports cleanly without risking any damage. Finally, we have Andrew Kelly's design, which takes the ultralight concept to the extreme, and it absolutely delivers. That's one reason I printed this one in Polymaker HT-PLA. It's very well ventilated, but the steep angles make support placement tricky. My first print left the top surface a bit rough, so I repositioned it and fine-tuned my HT-PLA profile for a cleaner result. Balancing print strength, surface quality, and minimal support is tough here, especially since the geometry hugs the hot end closely to save material. The end result, though, is impressively light, even lighter than my original cover or most of the remixes. I really enjoyed the challenge, and this same HT-PLA cover actually survived multiple long PET CF print sessions at 285°C without a hint of melting, warping, or discoloration. That alone says a lot about how durable this material can be when printed right. And speaking of durability, my own HT-PLA print of the original design has been running for quite a while now, through plenty of long ASA print sessions. It's held up better than I expected. No warping, no softening, no discoloration. In fact, it's performing better than ASA under the same conditions, which makes it an excellent choice for anyone printing inside a warm enclosure or just looking for long-term stability. To wrap this up, I want to show a quick look at the slicer settings that made a difference with Andrew Kelly's ultralight cover. Dialing in the pressure advance and reducing the outer perimeter speed helped smooth the walls and prevent drooping on outer steep angles. I also adjusted both the inner and outer wall extrusion widths A small change that really improved layer bonding without adding weight. With those tweaks, printing this cover at an angle became much more reliable, and I could minimize supports without sacrificing as much surface quality. There are plenty of other great remixes out there too. I just had to narrow it down to a small handful for this video. These were downloaded a few weeks ago, and there have already been a few more added to Printables since then. I'm honestly impressed by the creativity and ingenuity of the community taking my original design and either making it better or just making it easier to look at. And I'd love to hear from you. Have you printed the original Toolhead cover or one of the remixes? What did you like or dislike about it? Did you run into any issues with a particular material? Drop your experience in the comments. I read every one, and your feedback helps guide future updates and tests. Now, before the final wrap up, I just wanted to take a moment to thank everyone who reached out while I was in the hospital. I spent about 12 days there, and it's been a challenge getting back to full strength. I'm not completely recovered yet either, but I am doing much better, and honestly, it feels great to be back creating and sharing new projects again. Your messages, encouragement, and patience really meant a lot during this time, so thank you very much for that. Going forward, I'll be doing more tests with Polymaker HT-PLA, working to get it even more dialed in and using it for more inside the chamber mods. We've also got a follow-up on the bed mount project coming in the next few weeks, plus a few other surprises along the way. Big thanks to Polymaker for providing the filament used in all these covers. Check cards or the description below for more details on filament and where you can get it. If you enjoyed this one, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing so you don't miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.